Good afternoon. When it comes to FA Cup giant killing, is there a football club in existence that can compete with Yeovil?
Concentrate, demoralise them! Who's supporting him? That's the one! Perfect demonstration! That's it, too slow strike. Don't go to the ground like that, you donut. Great ball. Great play.
It's another great cup game here at Yeovil Park, and credit to our supporters. They've been queuing up day and night and looking forward to this game themselves, and it should be a cracking atmosphere and a good FA Cup tie.
How hard is it when you give it away?
It's nice. I mean, we know that there's a lot of interest in it, and we know there's a lot of people with a lot of questions, and you know, it's nice to have these sort of days. The boys enjoy it, I enjoy it, the club will enjoy it. We've worked very hard to create our reputation, and we'd just like to enhance it.
If it's their cup final, we ought to meet the team. Big in Somerset, they're simply huge in Yeovil, putting the giant into giant killers at 6'8", the league's tallest player.
It's an opportunity to us to prove that we are good enough to go to levels, higher levels. If you do well against a team like Liverpool and you prove that you are good, you can go up and up.
A Newcastle cast-off striker Kevin Gall has a growing reputation.
It's going to be like playing in a Premiership for a day. For all us lot, it's going to be sort of a day to remember forever.
A frustrated onlooker, suspended Jake Edwards, would settle for a decent draw.
Put a word in with the boys to see if they could tie the game, and then I could maybe get involved in the replay. But I think we've got a chance here, you know. I think wouldn't write us off. I think we can do well at home.
Football's the family business for Johnson and Son. Lee clearly a chip off the old block.
We try to get ourselves out of that non-league mould, so now we're in the league, this is great for us again, so it's another high-profile game that we can prove ourselves against the best.
You can take the boy out of London. They took Gary Johnson out to Latvia. As their former coach, he helped secure Latvia's place in Portugal 2004.
We worked very hard for 2.5 years, and I didn't go there stamping on the table saying you must do this, you must do that. It was giving them new ideas. They'd gone down the Russian line before and decided that this time they wanted the Gary Johnson line, if you like. And we put it all together, and people believed in it, which was the first thing you had to do. And once they got believing in it, then they were on their way.
Anything goes in Cup Week. Rather bravely, Yeovil don't just sing when they're winning.
'Cause the sign of a true supporter.
It was a bit of fun, to be fair, and the boys liked it.
Is the colour of their hearts.
Sometimes players feel that songs are a bit pathetic and don't really want to sing it, but we felt this was a good football song.
Day or night, on green and white, we are Yeovil Town.
All you can do is put it out there and see whether we can get to top of the pops.
Who are?
Every now and again you get these fantastic cup games, and this is one to relish. They had one a few years back, 49 against Sunderland, 93 against Arsenal, and now they'll be saying 2004 against Liverpool, and hopefully they'll put a bust up of me before I die.
It's a nice day after early morning mist. For whom on the day, the mellow fruitfulness. 67 places between the two sides. Hierarchy of football, but it's who does what on the day. This is Crittenden, that's an early cross and a comfortable take, although he got a knock then. Jerzy Dudek, he wasn't too happy the third round for the 14th time in their history. First time as a league club. That's useful, very useful. Osho had to stretch for it. It's a goal kick, which is a little unfortunate, but it's the right decision. Crittenden complaining. Got a good memory for players and a good one to find players. That's, well, I'm not quite sure why he didn't hold on to that, but he got it out of harm's way, exuding confidence. Well, that corner should be taken again because it's outside the quadrant. Heard you. It was a different Barry who gave the verdict, not this one. Oh, he might have got that, Rodrigues, and that's a fine shot. An excellent save from Dudek, denying Williams.
Magnificent save. That was a great strike. Couldn't have hit it better to go to his right and tip it round the post. Quite magnificent, this back.
Really good stop. Not comfortable on the cross, but certainly with the shot saving. Away by Schmitzer. Still plenty in green and white forward. Not away yet. Pluck. It's another corner. Just about time for one last attack. Or not, as the case may be. Neil Barry bringing the half to an end. The best save of that first half undoubtedly came from Jerzy Dudek, denying Gavin Williams. Not exactly pulsating stuff, it has to be said, but Yeovil have acquitted themselves well. And they might be going into the dressing room feeling that they will be disappointed in some ways with the opposition, that they're not giving them the sort of challenge that they'd expected.
Gary, I think you said you wanted to stay in the game as long as possible and show the country that you could play a bit. I think on both counts, so far so good, isn't it?
Well, that's good. From where I'm standing, it's looking good. So I hope the TV cameras are picking it up. But it's only 45 minutes, and you have to do all those things over 90 minutes. And we've just made sure in the dressing room that they know it's 90 minutes. They've put their buzz in, and we now know that they're only human beings in red shirts. And the lads are looking forward to getting out there and playing in the second half because they're confident at the moment.
Famously, back in 1949, there was mist in the air when this team beat Sunderland, a big giant killing. Have you got a feeling in your bones about this one today?
Not yet, no. As I say, there's 45 minutes to go. The lads are walking by us. They're still great players here, and they've still got something up their sleeves, and we just have to be ready for it. But we also have to try and keep possession like we have done. We've got to do it for 90 minutes, and that's all I can tell them.
Somerset and lots of neutrals have their fingers crossed.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Neil Barry, final check of the watch. Can Yeovil do as their manager wants and keep going as they were? Kept in play but only helped Onsho to clear, or try to clear, which he didn't do too well. Johnson, another good ball from Johnson. He and Way both excellent in the first half. And here's goal! It was Risu flung himself at the ball. Williams, still Williams! But not a testing shot at the end of a promising run.
It was a great run, and he opened it up perfectly for him, knocked it beautifully, weighted on his left foot. He just went for the curler, didn't really follow through, and it was the power that was required to beat Dudek. Everything's going through Harman, certainly in that first period there, and Way pushed right up on him, and there he is now just closing down Murphy, but he's been too deep. I think the whole Yeovil side have been too deep.
And here's Heskey, first time shot, and scores! Smile on the face of Big Emile, a week ahead of a birthday. And suddenly there was the gap, needed the first time shot, and in the 70th minute the Premiership side take the lead.
It was well worked. See here, really knocking it inside, and the ball really through to Emil Heskey, whose movement was excellent. Really the same sort of movement that got him the opening on the inside left position, this time inside right. Knocks it back across the goal. I don't think Chris will have much chance at all.
Kuhl. Penalty. Harry turned inside. Rodriguez. Harry Kuhl possibly trying to set up the left foot shot. Just inside the box. And a penalty given.
Well, I just think that's a bad decision to us. I just think he's inviting to make some call. I don't think there's a lot of challenge there at all. He's thrown himself forward. I don't like to see that, but it's a penalty given.
It's extra flick of the boots of his own momentum by Harry Kuhl, catching the referee's eye, and the penalty awarded. Shame for Yeovil. For Chris Wheel to add to a growing reputation. Danny Murphy to take it, score from the penalty spot in this round. Last year it proved to be decisive against Manchester City. If he scores a second now for Liverpool against Yeovil, it's likely to be decisive here too. And he does, right in the corner. No chance at all for Chris Wheel. Way to retrieve. Johnson is square available. Massive bodies in the box. Oh. close by Skiverton.
Should have been a goal, actually. Good ball in, hanging up there, and it's cleared the back two, and he's just got in front, definitely, of Honcho. Free header, and I just think Skiverton will think to himself, I should have got it on time.
Crittenden. Goal. Gad's got a second chance. Having got the second chance, rather snatched at it. Wasn't really quite up alongside the ball, his standing foot. Harmon. Liverpool go through. It's the end of the trail for Yeovil. Emil Heskey with the telling first goal in the 70th minute. And then after Harry Kewell made rather a lot of a challenge to get a penalty, Danny Murphy scoring the second from the penalty spot in the 77th. Well, they came here to enjoy themselves, the supporters. The team of Yeovil came here to show what football they could play, having just come up from the conference after trying for, what, about 108 years to get into the Football League. They showed there what they can do, and one wishes them well in their challenge to get promotion for the second year running.
Gary, you said you didn't feel there was a sense of a shock at half-time on the cards. How do you feel now?
Well, I feel two things. One of disappointment and one of being proud. Very proud of the players, very proud of the football club to stage such a great event and the atmosphere that was created. But I was just disappointed with the 20 minutes just in the middle of after half-time, where we didn't keep the ball as well as we did. We had to make a couple of enforced changes, which didn't help our pattern, and Liverpool then began to get on the ball and start creating chances. Having said that, overall, I would have thought we had as many chances as Liverpool, and as you said, my boys were in a good football match.
One or two moments where Liverpool players seemed to hit the deck rather more easily than you might like. The penalty for one. Replays suggest there wasn't really much contact. Does that take the gloss off it a little for you?
No, not at all, really. I mean, it's a football match, and it just means that they respected us enough to every now and again try and cheat. But it's not a cheat, you know. At the end of the day, if people get touched, sometimes they go down, sometimes they get it. I'm not sure there was... I don't know about the penalty, but that was a touch. He went down, and there's not a great deal of difference between the youth at one end and what happened for the penalty. So we don't get involved in that. At the end of the day, we try to play football, and I thought my boys did it, and I'm proud of them.
I hate to say this, but you can concentrate on the league now. Sorry.
No problem. We've had a great game, and credit to Liverpool, credit to Gerard Houllier, and we wish them luck in the cup.
Thank you.
Thank you.